Hi everyone. So we're going to do yoga with a little bit more of kind of a leg focus, just yoga for runners, because I'm excited to have our half marathon crew here. Hi guys, my name's Ted. How are ya? I'm going to be leading us through an hour of kind of a stronger flow yoga sequence with a little focus on today. This is kind of part 3. This is our 3rd week, I think, of going live with our Malibu run crew. Just got to adjust this camera a little bit. And first day we did legs. I think we did like hamstrings or something like that. And then last week we did neck and core. And today we're going to do more kind of IT band stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry, I'm still panting. I woke up and I was sore because typically I've been thankfully getting my runs in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I go up this great hill right around the corner from my house, and it's pretty awesome, you know, because we have 2 little kids and haven't really been sleeping, and you know, the whole quarantine situation and trying to figure out what, you know, life is going to be like in this new normal, and you know, all those things. And so I haven't really had that much time to exercise on my own. I have some clients and stuff, and I'm you know, staying fit and obviously streaming, doing yoga 6 days a week, but I haven't, you know, running gives me this incredible sense of joy and peace, and I just love it. And only in the last month have I been able to get a consistent couple runs in, and I love trail running and I love climbing. So I go right out there and I go up and I go to the top of this hill, and it's beautiful and amazing and fantastic, and then I come home, and I did it yesterday, and then today I had a little extra time, because normally it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, but yesterday I had a little extra time, and I just went for a quick 25-minute run, and I did not feel like it at all. I did not feel like it. I got up, I was a little sore, and I thought, oh man, like the last thing I want to do is go for 25 minutes or move my body or whatever. And the lesson, why I explain all this stuff, is because even though I felt crusty when I woke up, oh, I'm a little bit sore, yeah, I did a kind of a harder plyometrics class yesterday, plus a run, plus a yoga class, so 3 sessions yesterday. And I thought, you know, gotta go anyway. And there's this fight in my mind. It's okay, your body could use the recovery, it's fine, just move around, no big deal. And then, no, man, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel better. But you know what put me over the edge? It's you guys. So you guys, by knowing that I was gonna do a yoga for runners class, I thought I have to run because I need to feel my body. So thankfully, you out there, all of you, yes, you inspired me to get out there for 25 minutes. Now I'm dripping sweat. So it's your fault. But now I know exactly what we're gonna do today. And I feel good, and I hope you feel good. So let's go ahead and begin. Thank you so much for joining me, joining us here. I do have a little bit of shoulder thing. We want to welcome the Malibu half marathon and 5K folks. We're streaming live with them today too, on their Instagram, Run Malibu Instagram, and various other places. So let's go ahead and begin. We'll do a nice hour flow class. And it's going to be focused today. We're going to kind of focus a little bit on IT band. So whether you're a runner or not, doesn't matter. You're still going to find some benefits. IT band, which basically starts up here and goes all the way down past the knee. It's kind of this long iliotibial band is what it's called. And it's tight, especially for runners. So we're going to do a bunch of little pigeon-ish type poses for that. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and start with the feet about shoulder distance, palms together, eyes closed, couple breaths in and out of your nose. Let the shoulders drop down, let the top of the head float up, breath smooth. Setting your intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen, whatever that is for you, that adds a deeper meaning to your breath and your movements. Great. Drop your head over to one side, easy neck stretch. Good. Switch sides. Same thing. Good. Drop the arms. Make a few circles with your head. One direction. There's that crust inside my neck. Switch directions. Same thing. Good. Back to the center. Some shoulder rolls. Forward and back. Forward and back. Good. And then arms up from there. Interlace the fingertips. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Straightening the arms here. Breathing deeply. So you're going to feel a little bit of a shoulder stretch. Avoid that whole leaning back. I know I just did it. But avoid leaning back. So ultimately, you want to have your shoulders, you're kind of isolating your shoulders here, abdomen engaged. That's sort of what you want to do if you can. Good. And then from here, fold over to one side, easy side stretch. Breathe. Good. Yes, and then switch sides, same thing. I'll make my announcement. So I own a yoga studio in Malibu, for those of you that don't know. It's called 5 Point Yoga. It's the number 5, POINTYOGA.com. And we're doing these, we're streaming them live for free for a really donation-based, if you can. So if you're financially okay, I know everybody's going through all kinds of stuff. Come back to the center and lean back, take an inhale, and then fold down as you exhale. But you can go to 5pointyoga.com and you can sign up for your class or just give us a little donation. That would be fantastic. If not, of course, here for you for free, so totally don't worry about it. You can also Venmo me directly, which is at Teddy McDonald. That would be also very much appreciated. That goes straight for the business. So thank you so much for that. And now, on with the show. Not that it's a show, but knees bent slightly, clasp the hands behind the back, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders, and breathe. Oh, I want to keep stretching there, keep breathing. Whoa, what was that? Bird. I got these birds flying around here. So we got thanks to Samantha, we got a little bird house. We'll see if any birds, no birds have, I don't know, maybe we need to put some teriyaki sauce on the bird feed. One more breath in the shoulders. And then release the arms. And let's go right into a squat. So go ahead and come on down. Squat down. This is one of my favorite stretches, especially post-run. And since I got back from my run, I haven't stretched because I thought I can do yoga. Why? No need to. So, but this is really great for your ankles, calves, quads. Interlace all the fingers except the index fingers. Reach the arms forward, lift the arms up, breathe deep. Excuse me. Good, one more inhale. And then you're going to fold forward, clasp the hands back, stretch the shoulders.
Good. And then release the arms, bend the knees, reach up, stretch. Good, one more inhale into the shoulders, and then fold down, clasp the hands, stretch. Good. And then again, bend the knees one more time, interlace the fingertips, lift it up, stretch and breathe. One more inhale. And then fold forward, clasp the hands back, stretch the shoulders. Good, breathe. Then release the arms, engage your abdomen, slowly roll your way up. When you get all the way up, go ahead and take a few arm circles. One arm. It's a nice, cool, beautiful spring day here in sunny California, so switch sides. Yesterday it was rainy. I had my tent up. This morning got some sun. It's nice, cool. It's probably, I would say, mid-60s maybe. Good, now side to side. And 10. Good. Now some sun salutations. Go ahead and bring the palms together. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms up. Fold all the way down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale, look forward and step back to plank. Top of a push-up. Hold it here and breathe. Abdomen strong, breath smooth. What we'll do, since we're not going to do a ton of arms, today we'll go ahead and do some chaturanga. So lower halfway, press up. Lower halfway, push up. Lower halfway, push up. 2 more. Good, 1 more. All right, all the way down to the mat. So today, this time, I'm gonna come up easy like we normally do. I want you to come up to Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose looks exactly as it sounds, but your elbows basically under your shoulders, lift the upper body up. So if you have a super flexible back, you won't really feel this too much. If you don't, you'll feel it a lot. But the idea is to kind of lift up and kind of pull the upper body back. So that's sort of going forward. What I want you to do is lift up a little bit, pull those shoulders back, and breathe. Good, 1 more breath. Good. Now, we're going to do a little quad stretch. So right from here, so I'm leaning to my left and grabbing my right foot. So right hand's grabbing my right foot. And then I want you to just pull down and stretch the quad. Holy Jiminy Crickets. Go ahead and stretch. For a count of 5. And release. Good. Other side, same thing. Grabbing that foot, pull down. Whoa. Oh, yeah, I got a little cramp up there. What's going on there? All right, try it again. Round 2. 1, 2, breathe. Very good. All right, release that. Child's pose for a moment. Anytime you need to, you can always rest in child's pose, right? And just to also make sure you're paying attention to how your body feels. Downward facing dog from there. Come on up, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down. Give it a nice big stretch. One side. Just gonna angle this a little bit more. There, you can see better. And then switch sides. So opposite leg, big stretch, calf, Achilles. And remember, when you're in these stretches, there's, you're going to feel them right away. However your body, manifests that feeling. Straighten both legs. But then there's a way to explore a little bit and find some nooks and crannies in the body. Up on the toes. When you're ready, walk softly to the hands. That's what you want to do. Halfway up, look forward, inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Stretch all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Arms up, inhale. We're going to do 3 rounds. From here, fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back as you exhale. So if you're newer to yoga, this is your easier option of doing the sun salutation. Lower all the way down, gentle. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale. You reverse it back to hands and knees, lift the feet, down dog, hold, and breathe. Good. Again, up on the toes, walk softly or hop. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold down as you exhale, stretch. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Arms up again, inhale. Sun salutation A, fold down forward as you exhale. Extending that spine as you inhale. Hello, Mr. Leaf. And step back or jump back as you exhale. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Oh, my shoulder's a little bit funny today. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Maybe it's from carrying kids, doing too many push-ups. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Lift the hips up so you have an active stretch in the back of your legs in down dog, if you can. We're doing an hour class today, so come up on the toes again, walk or hop forward. Sometimes I would say rest in down dog. Halfway up and fold and all the way up. But if we're doing an hour, you may as well hands together at the heart, exhale. May as well give it a little bit more effort, right? Arms up, inhale. One more time, fold down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale, and then step back or jump, your choice. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, shoulders pull back, and then downward facing dog. Good. From here, right leg goes up behind you, lift it up. This time you can open the hip, bend the knee, get a little side stretch. See that, and breathe. Keep that left heel dropping down, keep breathing deeply. 56 today, you guys. 56 classes. 6 classes a week. For 9, this is our 10th week. Square the hips, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Really strong. Good. Lift it, backing up. Forward knee to the left side. Oh, you know what I realized? And backing up. And then forward to your right side. And backing up is actually, it's an extra one because we did a yin yoga class separate from this. Oh my gosh, I'm one ahead. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips. Keep that going. Inhale, exhale. So of course, this is just good for everyone's legs here and hips. And when you come down, you want the hips to go straight down. So it's not forward and back. I mean, it is back. Now you're stretching the hamstring, but when you come, you bend the knee. As soon as you get to a right angle, go down with the hips. That's a different experience on this left side, but that's what I want you to feel. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. All right. Now, Warrior 1. Turn the back foot flat. Come on up. Warrior 1. Hold it there. I'm going to bring over some shade for myself. Holding Warrior 1. There we go. It's going to help me a little bit. I thought, I don't need the tent. I don't have to worry about it. It's going to be such a cool morning. But the sun does get a little intense here. Interlace the fingers behind you. Lift the upper body up.
pull the shoulders back. It's beautiful, but you know, just for short periods of time. Take one more inhale and fold down as you exhale. Drop the head down, stretch. Careful on the shoulders. I'm going to do an easy one because my shoulder is a little tender this morning. I don't know why. One more breath. And then come on back up. Warrior one, inhale. Hands down to the floor. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. So I might even modify my vinyasas to start. So if you saw that, I dropped to the knees. That's a little modification that you can do that's not as much effort and pressure on my shoulder. Left leg up behind you from down dog. From there you can open the hip, bend the knee, get a little side stretch and breathe. Good. One more breath, open up. And then square the hips, knee to the nose, abdomen really strong. And lift it back and up. Forward knee across to your right side. Twist and squeeze. Good. Back and up. Forward up to your left side. Back and up. All the way forward. Stay there. And then straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Keep it going. Straighten the leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Inhale, straighten the leg, flex. Exhale, bend the knee, sink. Let's say 3 more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That might have been 3. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Turn the back foot flat down. Come up to warrior one. Hold warrior one. Hips turn forward. Arms up. Shoulders down. Breath smooth. So back foot is grounded down. Turning forward. Hips are turning forward. Breathing deep. Oh, it's funny. I don't know what's going on with that shoulder. But so here's an interesting point that we should all think about. Is once I understand that my shoulder, it feels a little tender. There are certain things that I'm doing that doesn't feel right. Right? Interlace the fingers back, lift the heart up. So then I have to immediately pull back 70%. So I immediately go, okay, well, I'm not going to do an extra chaturanga. I might not even do chaturanga, but I did it on my knees. But all these things that you do when you have an injury, lift the upper body up, pull back, take a nice deep breath, and then fold down forward, stretch, because the last thing I want to do is hurt my shoulder. Like if right now my shoulder's just a little tender. It's a little tender. Maybe I overworked it yesterday. Maybe I slept on it wrong. Who knows, right? But if I can just give it some time, give it a little massage, avoid doing anything strenuous in there, maybe it will come back. We'll find out. One more breath. And then come on back up, warrior one. Hands down to the floor. So plank is totally fine, right? This is totally fine. It's when I start to come down, actually it's there. So now I drop the knees and lift up. Kind of the push up is where I feel it a little bit. Then downward facing dog. But again, there's this kind of tactical assessment of figuring out what it is, what I do that affects it, and then there is the ability to understand my body well enough to heal it, right? Up on the toes again, walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, fold as you exhale, stretch. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms, hold it 30 seconds. So like here, this can kind of be a little tricky on my shoulder, but it's actually not, thankfully. So that's good news. Breathe deep, 30 seconds. So yeah, and the reason I explain that is because if you have an injury, it's really important to understand, hey, wait a second, my body's giving me a signal that is, that it needs attention, let's just say. Sink a little bit lower. Be like a toddler.
stand up, hands together at the heart. Or an infant, they're screaming. It means they need some sort of help, some sort of attention, right? It's the only way they know how to communicate. Your muscles, the only way they know how to communicate is to share pain with you. Chair pose when you're ready. Inhale, fold down, exhale. Now we link it all together. Halfway up, inhale, step back or jump. I'm gonna step, and then I'm gonna lower with my knees. So I'm doing a modified vinyasa here. Inhale, and then exhale. Right leg first, take it up behind you, and bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa. You know, the funny thing is I can go half, or I just can't go all the way. Down dog, left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa, lower, and upward facing dog. You could do that extra chaturanga if you want. Downward facing dog. Sometimes just a little movement, a little warmth, a little massage will help work through some of that tenderness and tightness there. And breathe. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Stand up, hands together at the heart, exhale. Is that 2 times? Let's do 2 more, 2 more. Chair pose again, inhale. Fold down, forward, exhale. Full body experience here. Halfway up, inhale. Step back, exhale. Vinyasa, or jump obviously. And down dog, right leg first, big inhale, lift the leg up and forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down to the floor, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, stretch. Hands down, leg back, lower, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pause there, breathe, fingers spread, palms flat, extend the shoulders, lift the tailbone, then press the thighs back, heels down, active downward facing dog. Feel it in the back of the legs, breathe into that stretch. And then up on the toes again, walk softly or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale, and then stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. Very good. One more round, deep breath. Chair pose when you're ready. Inhale, fold down as you exhale, halfway up. Inhale, step or hop back as you exhale, chaturanga or all the way to the mat, upward facing dog, down dog, right leg first, take it up, bring it forward, warrior one, reaching up, stretch, hands down, leg back, vinyasa, lower, upward facing dog, down dog, left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Hands down from there. Take the leg back. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. So right away from here, take the right leg forward. Drop the back knee down. So we're going to be here for a little bit. If you need a little extra padding, cushion, double up the back of your mat, right? So outside of your mat folds over. Or if you have a towel or a blanket nearby, you can always put it under your mat. So first thing, we're just gonna sink forward here. About 30 seconds, I'm gonna time it so at least we stay even. So about 30 seconds, sinking the hips forward here, stretching, kind of more yin style. First couple breaths, just feel it for this quadricep. Left side, doot, 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 left side quadricep. And then take the left arm up, lift up a little bit, lean back slightly, As long as it's okay on your back, you can lean back a little bit more, sink forward a little more, lift up a little more, lean back a little more. 2 more breaths. Okay, and then forward. And now you're going to move that foot to the middle of your mat. And then we're going to take what they call lizard pose. So from here, okay, just kind of sink in and stretch. So I'm on the outside of my foot. My knee is falling out to the outside. This is where we start to get into the IT band a little bit. Really the connection. It's piriformis back here. It's the connection of the IT band. Just a few breaths. And I want you to see how I'm kind of rocking a little bit side to side. If you can, rock a little bit side to side. It's just good for the hips. So whether you run or bike or hike or walk, this is good for you. Few more breaths, kind of sinking down a little bit lower. And you know, sometimes people go, oh, pigeon pose, is this? We're going to go to pigeon in a moment, but where you know, how, should I be doing this better or more, or what's the finished pose? So a lot of people sometimes ask about the finished pose. So I don't care so much about the finished pose, but just for your information, if you're going to go down to pigeon pose, then you would have basically your foot kind of like right here and the knee down on the floor. So if this knee is nowhere close to the floor like mine, there's no chance you're going to be getting it all the way down, right? So the idea, you just work with what you have. Now we're going to go to pigeon pose just for a few moments. So that was basically almost 2 minutes in that. But now pigeon pose, just about 30 seconds. So as long as the knee does not hurt you, then that's what you want. Just a little bit of a pigeon pose and kind of lean into it if you can. So again, the focus is kind of IT band, but right now this is more connection, glute a little bit. It's all connected. So just a few more breaths here. If you can, lean in. That's a solid 3 minutes in that prep. Gives me half a second to massage my shoulder. I think what I did, I might have just overworked it. We pushed a little bit hard yesterday in yesterday's workout. Okay, so now come on up, and then we're going to switch legs. So back to downward facing dog. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it out. All right, and then from here, left leg goes forward. I'm going to take the back of my mat, fold it over, drop my right knee down, come up, reset our little timer, and do a more yin style stretch for this quadricep and hip flexor. The quadricep, quad, four-headed muscle, the one that goes on the inside, right? If you flexed your quad, the inside one goes up and it goes across the quad and then up. That's called the rectus femoris, for those of you anatomy buffs out there. And it's a hip flexor, so it helps to lift your leg up when you bike, walk, run. And you could use a stretch every so often. Now, take this arm up, lean back just a few breaths. Good. And then come forward. Now we're going to go to lizard pose. So you're going to walk your foot into about middle of the mat and then drop the knee to the outside. And dropping that knee to the outside, if you can, the foot is up high. Or you can always scoot the back knee back some. But lengthen the upper body and then breathe. Good. And again, so for me, this side is the tighter side, but I just want you to kind of move around a little bit so you can straighten and bend and lean and then don't lean. And just to kind of see if you can warm in there a little bit.
This is where, at night, if you, wanted to just stretch, you could do this while you're watching your Netflix or, whatever you're watching. What are you watching these days? What do people watch things? Oh, what we watched the other day, my wife really enjoys, is Dead to Me. I'm not sure that I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I'm her husband, so maybe she's getting ideas about, how to cover up a murder. It's pretty funny though, actually. All right, so now we're going to move into pigeon just for 30 seconds. So go ahead and bring that leg back. And then go ahead and stretch. Oh, another fun tip, and I normally don't talk about, the quarantine and the stress and, the intensity of the whole thing during yoga. I usually like to just maybe make an announcement or share a little tidbit or something before, but I did watch yesterday, which I highly recommend you take a look at. So the New York Times did a live event. The editor, Tara Parker Pope, she's the editor of the Well section, like it's all the fitness and wellness and stuff. And she just interviewed a woman from Yale, a researcher who's on the advisory board of a nonprofit that is helping a bunch of our communities reopen. And they were talking about the new normal. And I highly recommend you check it out, actually. It was an interesting discussion about mask wearing and, should get a haircut and, and all kinds of fun things. So just go New York Times. It's actually, technically, the website is timesevents.newyorktimes.com. And then you just scroll. You can sign up for any of those events for free, but you can scroll and go to the archives. It was just happened yesterday. All right, that's enough downward facing dog. Because as an owner of a yoga studio, I wanted to know what they were going to talk about. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch. And she did say, actually, she said, yeah, you can open at, probably half capacity. And if you can open the doors, she's like, outdoors would be better. But, if you can ventilate the area, that's fine. And basically everybody should be wearing masks. Switch sides. She had this little chart about, how people get infected. No, I won't share anymore. You guys can go watch it. Straighten both legs up on the toes. Walk forward to the hands. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. And then chair pose as you inhale. And stand up as you exhale. Okay, now we get into the real deal. So we're going to stand, and this is a standing one-legged chair pose. But the deal is we're going to stretch our IT band right here. So right knee comes up, right leg comes up, and the ankle hooks on top of your left. We're going to do this 2 times in each section. And yes, of course, they're going to add the arm balance for those of you that want that. But sink down low and pull the hips back. So once again, you're stretching in here. It's going to feel piriformis, but you're also going to get a little bit of IT band. So a few breaths here. If you're comfortable, take the arms up. Breathe. Good. One more breath. And then slowly stand. All right. We're going to do the other side. And remember, we're going to do both sides twice. Same thing, other side. Go ahead and hook that ankle. Sink down. Palms together. Pull the hips back. And breathe deeply. Good. Arms up from there. A few breaths. Good. And then slowly stand. So now, palms together. Again, all of this, right? This is what we're stretching here. IT band focus. So, and with that comes glute and piriformis as well. So, and maybe a little quad, which we know already.
So we're going to do the same thing again. Some of you like playing with the arm balances. So this is the perfect entryway to an arm balance. If you're not an arm balance person, just do the same thing you just did. Standing on the left leg, right leg goes up, sink in, palms together, and then if you can, arms up. Arm balance people, go ahead and lower. Right elbow goes to the right tricep, left elbow goes into the ankle. The key on the arm balance is that you have to flex your toes. If you flex your toes, that's going to keep the foot stable on the arm. From here, lean forward, set the arms, and lift the back leg if you can. Thankfully, it doesn't hurt my shoulder. Then you can lift that back leg up. So that's the arm balance. Everybody go ahead and stand up, shake out the leg, and then we're going to do the same thing again, other side. So if the arm balance is not for you, don't worry about it. You just stay in that standing pose. But if you can, here we go. Other side, hook the foot, flex it, palms together. Whoa, almost crashed. Palms together, arms up, sink down. Maybe that's enough. If you can, want to, do the arm balance, flex the foot, and you lean forward and rest on your triceps. And then maybe straighten that leg out. Good. There you have it. How'd it go? Nice work. Go ahead, bring the palms together. Take a nice deep inhale, lift the arms up. Fold all the way down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale, look forward. Step back as you exhale, or jump. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Good. From here, dropping to the knees, crossing the legs here. So I'm going to do a couple of different. So this is obviously less vigorous, more stretchy today. But what I want you to do, maybe it's better if I kind of just angle myself. You don't have to angle yourself. This is just for me to show you. But so basically I'm bending, this is my left leg. Bending my left leg so it points straight forward. Then hook the right leg like this. So this is a combination, I would say. It's kind of right in between happy cow pose and double pigeon. So if this knee is up, that means your hip is tight. Welcome to the club. So flex this foot. Ultimately, you want both butt cheeks on the floor. And then flexing this foot, lift up, chin up, heart up, and then lean forward. And breathe. Sink in a little bit more. And if, by the way, you're so flexible that this knee just drops out to the side and on the floor and you're like, I don't feel anything, then just keep go all the way forward that way, right? Oh man. All right, that's good. Come on back up, and we're gonna switch legs. Yeah, good. So now opposite leg shoots forward, opposite ankle on top of the knee, sitting up nice and tall, flex the feet, lift up a little bit, and then lean forward. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's tight. Just breathe. And flexing the foot, it shouldn't hurt the knee, but if it does, if you feel a little tweakiness in the knee, make sure you flex that foot. Breathe. Lean forward. It's funny, we got birds chomping on the fence, but they can't seem to find the bird house behind me. few more breaths, sinking in. Good. All right, and then come on back up. Just to show you what the difference between, a double pigeon looks like. So this is double pigeon. Oh, there's your brother. You got a bluebird there and a bluebird over there. So double pigeon essentially is like this with your legs. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like with your legs. So you can take one foot like this, and by the way, technically it's like this. So if you're super flexible, then this knee would come down. I'm not that guy. So so I have to go below the knee here a little bit, and you got to make sure that you got some cushion for this ankle. But this here is my version of double pigeon, which is slightly modified. And then again, you just sit up and lean forward. And this is more, again, IT bend in here. Lean forward and stretch. Take about 30 seconds. And in the yin yoga practice, when we're doing these kinds of longer holds here, we would spend 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes in these poses. We're not doing that today, but it's just a good thing to do to really open that up. A couple more breaths. Good. And then come on back up. Switch sides. So set it up, and you're definitely going to notice one side is a little bit tighter than the other. Obviously, the other side is looser than the other. But ultimately, when you look down, you shouldn't see your bottom leg. You can see your bottom foot, just not your bottom leg. So the legs are like this, and then when you flip it, like that. Because now, for me, this is my left side. Now that's what I'm feeling. So just lean forward and stretch. Breathe. Couple more breaths. Good. All right. Ooh, come on back up from there. All right. So now I'm going to sit back up, and then both legs this way. So this is kind of a figure 4 stretch, right? Like this here when you go back and you pull in, but we're just going to do it sitting up essentially. So let's start with the right leg. Right ankle hooks on top of the left knee. Oh, funny. This might not work for my shoulder, actually. So from here, what I don't want you to do is move your hips. This here does nothing to get you a deeper stretch in here. To get that stretch, what you got to do is lift the upper body up and then move. You got to move your arms forward. So lift the upper body up, flex the foot, and move the chest closer to your leg, shin. Right? Lift up, push, and breathe. Don't move the hips closer to the front heel. Good. A couple more breaths in there. It's feeling pretty good. Not bad. I mean, tight, but not horrible. Good. And then we're going to switch it. This might be a whole different story on this side. Same thing. So flexing the foot, lift up, and then push if you can. You're kind of leaning forward there. And you got to explore a little bit. Sometimes you got to lean a little bit, move a little bit, push a little bit. A few more breaths. Good. All right, let's see how much time we got. Oh, we got time. Good. So now, a happy cow pose. So this one, happy cow. Remember I was saying the first one was a kind of a cross between, like in between double pigeon and happy cow. And then we did double pigeon. Now we're going to do happy cow, which basically is this here, where you're just taking both, and I'll kind of turn a little bit to face you guys. But you're essentially, and one way to get into this pose is to come up on your knees. So guys, you just got to watch out for your situation there, excuse me. But then if both knees are kind of back, I don't know if you can see that there. And then, so one knee is directly behind the other, feet are out, and then you sit back like this here, right? Oh, yes. And then just kind of hang right here. So this is double pigeon. I'm sorry, this is happy cow pose. And breathe. So again, if any of this stuff is just too intense or it doesn't work for you, or you're like, wow, I'm gonna break my knee, don't do it. Remember, anything that happens in the comfort of your own home is your own responsibility. At least if you're on your mat by yourself making decisions. Just you have to go based on how you feel. So I'm trying to kind of get this butt cheek down a little more. It's just a little bit off the floor, but as what's happening as I kind of lean into that is I'm stretching this whole side here, which is what I want. A few more breaths. Good. All right, so now the switch, there is a way to just kind of come up, flip around. You can do this, and then you come back down into it, and now you got the other leg on top, right? So that's kind of a fun little thing. But if that doesn't work, just uncross the legs and recross them again. But I'm gonna set it up. I like setting it up this way. It gives me a much better opportunity to stretch. So from here, go ahead and sit back. Oh yeah, hi la 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 la. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, your body's pretty much going to move in whatever way it needs to move to get that going. But maybe the bird food is not for bluebirds. I don't know. A few more breaths. And then we're going to go to pigeon, and pigeon's going to feel so good because of all these other intense hip stretches. And again, part of stretching the IT band, it can be very challenging. So we're doing this to sort of get into that area. You might find, we did 4 or 5 different kinds of hip stretches, and you might find one that you feel like stretches that IT band a little bit more. The truth is, one of the best ways to get your IT band is foam rolling. I'm sorry to say, but really that's the truth. Okay, go ahead and release that. Yeah, bye-bye. All right, now we're going to go back to regular pigeon pose. So start with my right leg back. I'm just going to do about a minute on each side. This feels pretty good normally. So right here, just about a minute, stretching. And breathing. A little stretchy today, not as strong. Normally we do kind of a strong flow and lots of challenges. These are challenging in different ways, but I hope that you found some benefit in some of these stretches. And again, you can always take a look back and figure out which ones worked for you and which ones you might want to use more in the future. But as I was mentioning the foam rolling, I think that foam rolling, which no one likes, if you get yourself a vibrating foam roller,
and I recommend the Hyper Ice Viper. It's awesome. It has 3 speeds, really strong, medium, and it's just like a foam roller, but it vibrates and it allows you to kind of sit in the poses for a longer period of time. It's so good. That's a minute. Switch sides. Good. Same thing for a minute. And if you're watching through the Malibu half marathon and 5K, thank you very much for that. I do this every day, 9 a.m. on my social media, which is at Teddy McDonald. And just a reminder for everybody, if you have the ability to donate and help support our studio, please do so. 5pointyoga.com, or you can Venmo me directly at Teddy McDonald. Thank you for those of you that have done that. It's very much appreciated. I got to deal with my landlord soon. I don't know what this guy's going to do. I'm sure stick us for all the rent, but we'll see. We'll see what's happening. Anyway, so thank you very, very much for showing up. Like I said, I'm committed to doing at least 100 of these, and then we'll decide if we're going to keep going. I'm sure I'm going to keep going. I don't see why I wouldn't keep going. But maybe I'm going to give myself a little break after 100, and I do know I'm going to miss a day, my wife's birthday. I won't miss a day, but I might just do it at a different time, because my wife's birthday, she wants to take a drive for her birthday. But that's in a few weeks. I'll let you know. But otherwise, 100. I'm committed. I'm in 100. 6 days a week. We're at 56 or 57, whatever it is. Come on up. And so join us, and we'll have some fun. Oh, and also my new platform, which I know a lot of you guys have joined. It's called Conscious Endurance. And just go onto my website, teddymcdonald.com, and click on the community link. It's kind of a platform for us, for people who, just want to live healthy, be strong, push themselves, and have an amazing life. So that's that. And I just started it, so there's some people in there already, and I'll be posting a lot more in there, and we'll do some cool, fun workshops and things. But teddymcdonald.com/community. Otherwise, go ahead and, let's fold forward first. Fold forward. Oh, a little stretch. And then we're just going to go back, and we're just going to do an easy twist, and then Shavasana. So for your Instagrammers, you're going to cut out in an hour. And thanks so much, and we'll see you next time, tomorrow or next week. Otherwise, pull the knee in, give it a good squeeze, roll to one side, stretch it. Good. And then switch sides. Same thing. Take this off. Opposite leg. Twist. Good. Back to the center. And then Shavasana. I'm going to scoop my head out of the sun. And we'll just take a few minutes here, eyes closed, shoulders down, breath smooth. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Totally relax.
Okay, go ahead and bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to your belly. Take a nice deep breath. And then go ahead and bend the knees. Pull it, roll to your right side. Take a few breaths. Make your way up to a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Palms up. Eyes closed. A couple breaths in and out of your nose. So regardless of what's happening outside in the world, and even in your own mind, in my opinion, what's most important is that place you come back to, right? Your center, your core. So when all hell breaks loose, which sometimes it feels like it has, there's a place for you to come back to that's solid, that's firm, that's stable, that's secure, and you don't have these high stress cortisol levels on a regular basis. You can actually sleep, unless of course you have children, young children. But that's really what's important, and that's what the yoga practice does. It just allows us to get back to that place, to hone that relationship, to build that relationship with ourselves. All right, bring the palms together at the heart. Take a moment of gratitude. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, you guys, it's very much appreciated, and we will keep it going. So have a great day, and stay safe, stay healthy, support your local businesses, check out that New York Times thing, and hopefully we'll get reopening safe and soon and healthy. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I'll be at the studio with the book. We'll pick a pose and we'll break it down. Thanks, you guys. See you soon.